Welcome back. Welcome back. How's it going out there, guys? I want to first start off with a good evening to you guys over in the West, and good morning to those who come back from the Philippines. So, again, if there's anybody out there from the Philippines, Mayang Buntag. Everybody over there in the West, thanks for tuning in. Got my brother here. All right, let's start off some of the comments. Good morning. How are you? How's it going out there? I got my brothers in the house. I say, Cletus. First thing first, I want to talk a little bit about my latest video. People, it didn't get the biggest viewership, but I actually learned something very valuable during that video. When I first posted the 4th of July video, there was music in the background, and that music was copyrighted. So one thing valuable that happened during the video of 4th of July is I learned how to do what do you call it? Talk over. So that was kind of neat for me. So I want to say that first, and thank you guys for tuning in to watch that video. All right, Philly Am style. I will arrive in Cebu in a month from today on August the 9th after staying 5 days in Makati to process my SRRB visa application. I'll leave the light on for my brother. Look forward to having you over here. Are you going to stay in Makati? Are you going to come to Cebu? What are your plans? I know you say to arrive in Cebu in a month. How long are you going to stay in Makati? And is Cebu your last and final destination? Vinmon, I see. You're out in nature. Yes. Sitting here in the comfort of my house on the couch. Good to see you. Good morning or good evening to you. Ben, how's it going, my man? Maya Bungtag. Everything's going well. How about you? Kumusta? I always say that. Everybody says give me a hard time when I say that. Kumusta? Kumusta? Well, I think they call it voiceover. Now that I think about it, I think they call it voiceover. So I took out the actual music inside the video, and I added. Then I watched myself on the screen as I talked about about the experience there at 4th of July as the dancers were dancing. So that was what they call a voiceover. So I actually have just a recording as I watched the little timer go across the screen. That's my first time trying it. I hope it worked out well. Again, I know it didn't turn out to be the best video I ever put out, but again, I'm learning as I go, and that's the first time I've ever tried a voiceover. And that's very important to me because when I'm out there doing tours on my bike, now I can actually do a voiceover while I'm riding. So I can be showing you guys um, what I'm seeing out there riding the bike, and be able to do a voiceover on that bike riding because I would think that the noise, even with a noise cancellation mic, I think you would still have a lot of distortion because of wind. So now I've learned how to do that. Yes, good evening. Talking to Cleus over there. Ha ha. Get Cyberlink Power Director 21. I don't even know what that is. Power Director. Sounds like it's some type of editing software. Now, again, I use CapCut and I use, what's the other one called? InShot. So there's any better ones out there, guys, let me know and I'll study those as well. Man, hello, Cletus. Hello, everyone. Yes, good to see everybody's here. Got 21 so far. Hello, good morning, champions. Yes, champions are in the house. We're all champions. I got Trina K. Have a great day, champions. I'm guessing she's going to work. Ready for her big day at construction. Hope you have a good day, Trina. And Mayang Buntag. Watching from Dubai. Yeah, I've never been there. Again, I'm not sure if everybody knows or is aware of my story. I sold everything in the West when I lived in the U.S. I sold everything that I actually owned, and I moved here sight unseen. I had never been to Asia before my entire life. Moved to the Philippines, never being anywhere in Asia. Not just counting Philippines, I'd never been anywhere here. Never been to Malaysia, Thailand, Japan, Vietnam, Indonesia. I'd never been to any of the countries here, and it just happened. It turned out to be a great fit for me. So again, thanks for tuning in from Dubai, and I will plan to check it out one of these days. Thank you so much for being a champion, and thanks for tuning in. Britt, I will stay in Cebu at a minimum from August 9th till October 1st in IT Park, one bedroom unit, centrally located. Where else are you planning to go? Are you coming here? Are you going to have a home base here in Cebu, or are you going to jump around from Airbnb to Airbnb and do some traveling? Tell us about your plans. I want to know what's going on with you when you get over here. I love traveling. Ah, Ben, okay, right. Yes. So anyway, guys, in the language here, Ben basically said Mayang Buntag, that means good morning. And then he said Kumusta, that means how are you? And then I asked him how he was doing. Well, I'm doing okay. So there goes your little lesson for today. Something that you've learned. And again, I've learned quite a bit. I mean, as far as unable to say good morning, good afternoon. So again, for that, you'd say Mayang Buntag for good morning. Mayang Hapon is good afternoon. Mayang Gabihi is good evening. Salamat, thank you. Bata means baby. Inday means baby girl. Dudong means baby boy. Trying to think of something else you guys might want to know. Bigaun, that means nasty girl. Little playful and I guess what you call it, likes to have fun at night in the sack. And then you have um, Buong, that means crazy. So again, sometimes I'm a little crazy here in the Philippines. Buong. Greetings from Manila, my fine peeps. Thanks for tuning in. That's my next big trip is to Manila. So I'm actually going to come up there and stay for a little while. I want to see BGC and Makati. And also I wouldn't mind going up north, what's it called? Baguio. I think it's Baguio. Up to the mountains. Check out the cooler climate there. Ron Perry. Hey, Britt, arrival last night at 12 a.m. Oh, so I'm thinking you should be getting some sleep today. That jet lag. I need some help or advice. Can you meet me today at Ayala Mall? I'm right across the street at Mandarin Hotel. Thanks. Um, I do have a meeting right after today's live. I am shooting another video for a condo, but I could actually meet after that. I do want to go to um, Ayala Central, excuse me, Ayala Center Mall. I want to take about some things regarding visa and things like that. So I can meet you at the mall when I go to Center Mall, which is the one in Business Park. When will you post the video of the 70-year-old gigolo? It's coming out. Now, again, I'm not sure if I've told you guys in the past. I've already got videos for the next 2 weeks. So I schedule them out and I put them up on the schedule. And I'm just waiting for them to come out. My next one comes out tonight. So I do have a condo video coming out tonight. And that will be your Thursday morning. And then my next one will come out on Saturday. And on Saturday, I'm doing an interview with a Filipina that actually has her own channel here in the Philippines. As far as a YouTube channel, her name is Miss J in the Philippines. And we're talking about her life here in the Philippines. And one of the biggest things we talk about is she had very strict parents. So she was not able to date until she was actually 19 years old. So she never went out with any boys or guys until she was 19. So that story's to come out. But again, I think it's coming out on not this coming Tuesday, but the following Tuesday. Thanks for asking. It is coming. Jeremy moved to Asia, sight unseen, giant balls. Elaborate on that, time permitting. Yeah, so basically what happened is I actually started doing a lot of research. I decided that I wanted some change in my life. It was time for me to start living for me and stop living for work and start living just a good life. So I started looking at Central America, and just so happens I don't speak Spanish. No, I do have a little bit of background in Spanish. I came from the roofing industry, so I talk to guys all day. But only thing that I learned in Spanish is, the standard things like, hello, how are you? What's your name? Then I learned a lot of bad words from the Mexicans that work for me. But other than that, I started looking at Mexico. I started looking at Panama and Costa Rica and things like that. And I don't speak Spanish, and so I said I don't want to be somewhere I can't speak with the locals, because if I travel outside the touristy areas, you can't speak with anybody. So started looking at Western Europe. Started looking at Portugal and Spain and Italy and France, and the same thing pops up there. They don't speak the English language very good as far as outside the touristy areas, and in order to make budget work, you want to be outside the touristy areas and travel where you want and have a good community. So then one day when I was looking at Western Europe, I had a video pop up from the Philippines. I started watching it. It was a vlogger here. Started watching, wow, this looks pretty good. And I started looking at Thailand and started looking at the Philippines. And I made my decision because I heard that, again, in Thailand, you get outside the touristy areas, the English is not well spoken there. So I chose the Philippines. So I sold all my personal belongings, my house, my cars, my boats, my clothes. I sold everything, and I moved over here to the Philippines, sight unseen. Never been to Asia once, any time in my life, and best decision I ever made was moving over here. I love the Philippines. It's a great place to call home, and I can't wait to get my brother and my dad over here to visit, because they're not going to want to leave. I mean, it's that wonderful. You don't know until you actually try. Again, my dad's been stuck in Albany, Georgia, for what, 50 years now, and he just doesn't know anything besides the porch, and doesn't know anything about other places. I mean, he's traveled a little bit. He's been on a couple cruises and things like that, but he's never lived. You can't go somewhere for a day, for, like, when you get off on a cruise ship and you get off the ship for a day, you can't tell anything about that country. So once you get over here for about a week or 2 weeks, you start realizing how great the people are, and how relaxed this country is, and how easy it is to deal with the people, and it just becomes an amazing place to call home. Red, I plan to stay in Cebu and set up a home base in Cebu's IT Park, and then may visit Dumaguete and Valencia, Bias, Sibuyan, Siquijor, Apo Island, Lapu-Lapu, Mobwal, etc. We'll connect with you. Sounds good. I'll be here. Leave the light on for you. Again, those are some great places. Again, I've been down to Dumaguete. I've been to Valencia. Been there twice, actually. I've been to Dumaguete twice. I've been to Valencia twice. And I actually have a cousin who actually married a Filipina 32 years ago. And they lived in America most of the time, but now they're living over here 7 months out of the year. So again, another American knows where goodness is. They know that it's better life here in the Philippines. And instead of choosing more time in America, they're choosing 7 months to live here in the Philippines. Again, it's a great place to call home. It's a great place to be. People are unmatched when it comes to just hospitable and things of that nature, and just great people. But I'll leave the light on for you. Derek Houston, hey Brett, we'll talk about tipping in the Philippines a bit. Of course, in the U.S., tipping averages around 20%, but how about there? This is not a tipping culture. This is what I would tell you to give what you want. I'll give you an example. I mean, it depends on, as far as what you're doing. If I go eat a lunch or a dinner, a good amount to tip for a lower end meal, I would say, is between 30 and 50 pesos, so a little bit less than $1. If you're going to eat out fine dining. Now, again, what you want to do on the tipping part, some of the restaurants, like your TGI Fridays and your nicer restaurants, your chain restaurants, you will see a service fee on there. If there's a service fee, you can give extra if you want, but for the most part, I don't give extra. And you'll see the service fee on there. But for a better meal, 50 pesos, 100 pesos if I went to Highlands and I went there with a group, maybe 100 pesos for a nicer restaurant. As far as massages, if I get a hour massage, I don't do those anymore. I usually do either an hour and a half or 2 hour massages. But again, if you do an hour massage, I would say 50 pesos. If you're going to do a hour and a half or more, I would say do 100 pesos. That's a good enough tip. Now I've had guys that come here. I know if Jeff's watching out there, he went there to my place and he tipped the young lady 300 pesos. I know she was in a very good mood. So again, that's about a little bit less than $6. But tipping is not a tipping culture here. A lot of the locals do not tip, and again, you just got to make sure you watch on the actual receipt and see if they took out a service fee. Didn't take out a service fee. Didn't take out a service fee on the ticket. Then I would say tip for an average meal between 50 and 100 pesos, and that'd be plenty. That's less than $2. You must visit Dinagat Islands. It's a great paradise. There you go. Trina's saying take out Dinagat Islands, and I've been there once. The prettiest beaches I've ever seen in my life. The prettiest beaches I've ever seen in my life. Before Denagit, it was actually going to be Bermuda. I like the rock formations and things like that. I do like beaches, but Bermuda has some great beaches in between the rock formations, and I love Bermuda. But Denagit puts Bermuda to shame, so I cannot wait to check out Palawan and Boracay. Thanks for the input, Trina. Very good place to visit, of course, Denagit Island. You need help with visa and renting a condo. Took a 3 mile walk this morning. Culture shock times 1,000. Oh, that's not good. I didn't ever have any culture shock. I mean, I watched so many videos and already had people to talk to once I got here. Went to the first meetup on Tuesday, which that's coming up. So Ron, check out the meeting at Abaca at 10:30 on Tuesday at Ayala Central Block Mall in IT Park. Again, that's Abaca 10:30 on Tuesday, every Tuesday. Last time we had 22 people. The time before we had 25 people. Again, all expats. So again, you guys are in for a treat when you check out these meetings. A lot of good people there. Mr. Britt, you've been to Surigao City? Yes, I have. What's your thoughts on that? And is it a good destination for weekend and thoughts on nightlife? I'm not saying that I didn't really do a lot of nightlife. Again, I don't do a lot of nightlife, guys. I mean, when you saw me at 4th of July, that's the first time I had a beer in months, probably. So again, before that, last time I had a beer, actually down in Wall Wall. That's probably about 6, 7 weeks ago. Again, I'm not. I don't. I try to stay away from the drinking. I'm not a big drinker. Used to drink my fair share back in the day, but I've decided to just start having a good time and live life. And I don't want to have the next morning's hangover and or loss of memory. So I kind of keep to having a good time the old natural way, just full of smiles and loving the Philippines. But again, Surigao City is a great place to call home. Have been there. I was there for I think four full days. Um, nice city, nice people. Of course, I mean not as many foreigners there as there are here in Cebu City. So again, that could be a blessing for people that are actually looking to dating because you're going to have less foreigners there, which means that the local Filipinos have not seen a lot of foreigners. So that could be a good thing for you. Um, as far as traveling there, Dinagat Island is unbelievable. If I lived in Surigao City, I would actually be in Dinagat Islands every single week. Every week I would be on that boat. Very cheap tour over as far as on a ferry, a smaller ferry, and very inexpensive. I mean, I forgot. I think it was 300 pesos, so that's $4 or $5, guys. You can go from Surigao City to the Nugget Islands, and you won't be let down. You can have a person show you around, a tour guide show you around all day for around 2,000 pesos. So you'll be in for a treat. I mean, it's unbelievable. They take pictures for you. They'll give you a lunch, grill you out some tuna or some salmon. I'd be doing that every single week if I lived in Surigao City. So again, there's my thoughts there. I'll be leaving Japan Airlines for Cebu Pacific at the end of the month, so I'll be looking forward to buying you lunch and meeting you. I'll be stationed in Cebu City. Again, sounds great. I'm going to leave the light on for you. I look forward to meeting you. Again, this is a great place to call home, and I look forward to everybody coming over here. Again, is the more the merrier. A lot of guys, oh, I don't want no foreigners over here. I like having the foreigners here. It means you're going to be living a better life than you are in the States. And that's just being plain and simple. This, by far, is a better life for you on any type of budget. I don't care if your budget was 20,000 US per month. This is a better place to live than in the States as far as when you're retired. So again, that's my thoughts. Look forward to meeting you. Philly Styles, Trina, I do appreciate it. I ran out of the words limit to list up all the future destinations. Yes, there are so much. There's over 7,000 islands here, guys. There is so much to see. So again, get your butts over here and start enjoying life. Get off that rat wheel over in the States. All the States is about is keeping up with the Joneses. And I don't care what people say. The more money you make in the States, the higher your bills. That's not how it works here in the Philippines. In fact, when you get over here, the good thing about being in the Philippines, and I'm going to be simply honest with you, the best thing about the Philippines is this right here. When you get over here, you can leave all your thoughts about money behind. I never think about money. I know I have enough to do whatever I want to do. It doesn't matter what I want to do. I've got the money for it. So again, that's a great feeling to know that you never have to keep a budget. You don't have to keep a toll of how much money you're spending or keep a checkbook. I mean, just start living life, and all that stress will just drip right off your shoulders. Again, it's an amazing feeling not to be working and be able to do what you want when you want to do it, and just enjoy life. Again, it's such a great feeling. From Trina, there's also like Bali here in the Philippines. It's called Bantayan Islands. Yes, I'm thinking about going there this coming up week. So I'm excited about that trip. If I don't do Bantayan Island, I will check out uh, Tamboli for a couple of days. But again, I do want to go to Bantayan Island. It's a great location. It's a great atmosphere. They got some great tours there. They have one called the Three Island Tour in Bantayan Islands, and it's a great trip. So again, that's coming up. From Trina K, 100 pesos is a good tip already. Yes, you're exactly right. Very good tip. Ben, Trina K, what's your opinion on tipping for foreigners? All right, there she says 100 pesos is a good tip, guys. So again, you're talking about a good tip over here again, to try to give an example, when it comes to budgeting and comes to money. Okay, so in America, I'm just going to do a comparison as far as on the calculator, and we're going to do a $25 meal at Outback. Okay, so I got $25, and I always tip 20%. So that's 20%. That's $5. So now my meal is $30. Okay, over here you're going to get a $10 meal, and you're going to times that. Then you're going to do 100 pesos divided by 56 and a half, $1.76. So my meal over here is $11.76 for the high end meal, compared to $30 back in the States. So here's a big comparison right there. And I do have a video coming out here in the near future. It's already done. I'm just waiting for it to come out. It's already been scheduled. Coming out on a comparison of cost of living here in the Philippines compared to the States. Corey, our partners welcome at the expat meeting. Anyone's welcome at the expat meetings, guys. Just bring your sales, bring your big smiles, bring your joy and your happiness for being here in the Philippines, and you're going to be taken in. Come over here, and you got some of those bad habits from the States, and it happens because a lot of people over there, they don't realize that. They don't even realize. I think here is my personal opinion. I don't even think that they realize they are miserable. I mean, they're doing the same thing. Now, imagine your life in the States. This is how I look at the States when I was actually working. It's like having a peanut butter and jelly sandwich for every meal. It never changes. You're doing the same thing every single day. You're sitting on the porch, or you're going to the same job. You're eating at the same restaurants. Nothing ever changes. You're doing the same routine. You're on that rat wheel going round and around. Over here, just like I said, this coming up week, I'm going to Battalion Island. I'm going to see a completely different location. I'm going to be seeing waterfalls. I'm going to be seeing beaches. I'm going to be doing tours on a boat. I'm going to be having a blast, traveling around, getting new videos for you guys, new content for you guys. I'll be having a blast going to the 3-island tour in Battalion Island, checking out one of them's called the Virgin Island. Be going there. Beautiful beaches, cliff diving, and then cliff jumping for me. I don't do the high one; I do the lower one. And then you also talking about doing just going out there on that boat. Again, they're pretty loud over here. The boats we get on are pretty loud. But to get on those boats, let's go from island to island, doing island hopping until you actually get to the Laguna. Now, the Laguna over in Battalion Islands, we go to the last stop. It's called the Laguna. They have a private bar there, and it has a swimming pool where you can be in the pool hanging out. They bring you drinks while you're sitting there in the pool, but it's a huge location with a lot of things going on. They have paddle boards there. They have rowboats. I mean, personal rowboats. They have a Laguna there. They have a live DJ every single day. And what I like the most about it, they actually have great music, by the way. But one thing I like about it the most is their bartenders there have been trained correctly. If you ever saw that movie Cocktail, these guys are flipping the drinks, twisting the bottles behind their back, shaking them up, and all the girls are really getting into it. I mean, it's a really good restaurant and a great bar to check out when you're there. So again, go on the 3-island tour when you get to Battalion Island. Liam style. Britt, for any disabled vets you may know, the predicted COLA for 2026 is 2.5% increase, which means that at 10% disability rating is $4.39 per month, and 100% disability rating is $95 per month. I'm not a veteran. I don't even know what COLA is or anything like that. If you want to explain a little bit more, I'm not sure what that means. I know that $95 per month is a lot better than $4.39 per month. So that tells me a lot. Again, I don't know what COLA is and all that. I don't know anything much about that. I do have some things coming up where I'm going to go talk to the VFW and do an interview with them here soon. So again, I'm going to check them out and give them a call and try to set up an interview with them so I'll learn more about the vets here in Cebu City. Did you do a scouting mission before you permanently came? If you came to the Philippines without a scouting mission, where do you take with you? What did you take with you? I took clothes. Maybe I brought a GoPro. I brought some shorts. I brought way too many. I brought some jeans that had never been worn. I brought 2 pair of jeans. I just took up space. I've never wore my jeans whatsoever. I brought a pair of khaki pants. I think I've worn them once since I've been here. You're wearing shorts and you're wearing, breathable material shirts. Everything that you're going to be wearing here is going to be breathable wicker material. So again, just bring your clothes, your sandals, a couple pair of tennis shoes, and you'll be okay. I mean, again, that's all I brought. And again, it was my first. I never did a scouting trip. I moved here sight unseen, knew this is where I was going to stay. And within 2 weeks, I knew this was going to be my new home. I knew I loved it. I went out and bought my bike. Eventually went out and got a car. Thanks, Pops. But again, everything went great. Michael Doyle, I agree. I'm about to turn 50. My wife is from the Philippines. We have a small property here and have our tiny home built. So all we have to worry about is food. That's right. I mean, your entertainment money, your food money, you can do that on. I mean, I'm gonna be honest. If you cooked at home, and you're with a Filipino that actually enjoys cooking, you can eat on a monthly basis for a family of 4, I would say, anywhere between say $300 and $600 per month. That's all your food. If you spend $500 a month in entertainment, you're living large. I mean, so again, that's for entertainment. You're spending $500 a month here. So if you already have your house paid for and you're only paying $1,100 to live here, You're living the life. Again, I'm just putting it out there to you. You're living the life. Trina K, 200 pesos up is too much for a tip. Foreigners shouldn't give too much amount of tip here in the Philippines. It's one of the main reasons why foreigners will be charged too much. So basically, what she's trying to say is that sometimes, like the taxi drivers, when you get off at the airport, those guys take advantage of you, guys. So they may charge you 1,000 pesos to come over to this part of the Philippines, over to Cebu City, when in real life you're talking about maybe 400 or 500 pesos. So they're doubling that charge because you're a foreigner. When you get off of a ferry here, make sure when you get off a ferry here, you're going to walk outside the ferry location there and find a taxi. You always want to ask a taxi, are you on the meter? You want to get a metered taxi. That way you're not getting ripped off. So again, and don't tip too much, guys. I mean, this is not a tipping culture. This is not America. You don't have to do 20 or 40%. You're fine by doing 50 to 100 pesos. It's 2,000 pesos for a tour of the Naga Islands per person for the whole boat. That was I don't remember actually. I think that is I think it was per person, 2,000 per person. But again, a lot went into that. I mean, we had a trike pick us up. They went and bought us lunch. We had tuna, we had salmon, we had grilled veggies, we had rice. That's counting 2 other workers that actually worked on the boat, and we had the boat the entire day. So we started around 5 in the morning, got on the boat around, got to the trike around 7, something like that, 6:37, and we were on in the Dinagat Islands taking a boat ride from island to island. So again, a lot went into that. Snorkeling gear, all that stuff was provided to us. So again, 2,000 pesos, guys. You're talking about less than $40. So again, that's per person. But again, you're taking in a lot of their time and take a lot of pictures for us and things like that. So again, good times. Trina K, but it also depends if you're tipping for one person, $102 is enough already. Then if it's a group, maybe multiply. There you go. There you go, guys. And of course, Ben saying salamat. Thank you, Trina. Appreciate it. Uh-oh. I don't know what that is. See, Paul, is that a jellyfish or is that a hand, an octopus? I can't tell you. Trina K, 2,000 is too much too. For me, 1,000 is enough already for a tour guide. So again, I could be off, guys. I don't keep up with money here. So I know, I think um, Trina is actually from Surigao City, and she's been to Nugget Islands several times. So she actually would know better than me. So again, she's saying it's 1,000 pesos for each person. There you go, guys. 1,000 pesos per person, less than $20 for the day. Again, I don't keep up with money here very good. So again, I just spend it and don't have to keep up with it. And I never reach my budget. So if that tells you anything about the Philippines, I just spend and spend and spend. And don't even think about what I'm spending. I know I have enough. That's all that matters to me. And I never reach my budget. Corey, haha, I think it's worth it then to be the rat wheel there instead, mainly to save for early retirement. Yes, I mean, yes. Now, jobs in the States are going to pay more. Now, do I have some friends here that work for or do contract work for U.S. companies? Of course I do. And they make good livings over here. I've got one of my friends here. He makes over $60,000 per year working here in the Philippines. So, his budget's large. But again, he's going third shift. He's doing his job third shift. So, huge thing. Yes, Trina K. My boat tours in El Nido, Palawan was around 1,000 per person. So 2,000 sounds like a lot per person. Again, I could be wrong, Ben. I don't recall. I don't keep up with that kind of stuff. And sometimes I'll be there with multiple people, and I'll be paying their way too. So again, it just depends. I mean, I don't really think about the prices. If I'm actually there, I think I did a video on it, so I probably gave those numbers in my video when I did my Dena'ina Islands tour. So I probably did numbers there. From Trina K, you're welcome, Ben. Foreigners should understand that they shouldn't give too much tip because that explains why foreigners always charge again a higher charge and ask for a higher tip by the locals because they know that most locals don't tip. So again, if we're over here tipping, it means we're doing them a huge solid. But again, I like doing that. So again, pay it forward because these people are amazing over here in the Philippines. But again, if you start tipping too much, it becomes more of a westernized society here, and that could raise the prices of everything over here. So again, I understand where she's coming from. Very Mark tipping 20%. When I ate at a cafe in the province a couple of years ago, I could get eggs, toast, and a very small piece of ham for about 90 pesos. Sounds about right, about $2. They were happy if I tipped 50 pesos. Exactly right. You tip 20 pesos or 90 pesos, they're going to be loving you. In fact, whenever you give a tip, they're loving you because again, this is not a tipping culture here. The restaurants that have a service fee, that's what they have a service fee for because it's not a tipping culture. They got to pay their people somehow. From Ben, everyone, listen to Trina K. Don't ruin it for all of us. Because she's telling you guys not to over tip over here because that could raise our prices here in the Philippines. Thank you, Ben. I appreciate your feedback on that. Fam style. Brett, COLA is the cost of living allowance, similar to COLA for Social Security beneficiaries. The increase is linked to inflation projections and finalized before the end of the next year. Oh, I got it. Okay, so COLA, cost of living allowance. Okay, so same thing as Social Security. We get like a little bump every year, or however that works. Again, I'm not on Social Security yet. So I'm not collecting money from Social Security. So I don't know how that works yet. But again, the closer I get to 60, I'm sure I'll figure all that out. But thank you so much. I appreciate the info. I'm learning a lot today, guys. Trina K, sometimes some locals that offer services, they already add charge on the amount. For example, if the original fare cost 100, they already charge 200 because they know that it's a foreigner. There you go. So see, they're already doubling the charge on us, and you'll see that a lot. You'll see that a lot when you're traveling around the Philippines. If you have a Filipino with you, or someone from the Philippines, that actually will help. But they will take advantage of you, especially the trikes out there. They will double charge you for trikes, if not triple charge you for trikes. Again, a lot of times you can get on a trike and you can travel for miles, miles and miles for 20 pesos. But again, that just kind of gives you an idea, guys. And like she's saying, if you tip too much, they'll charge you double. Rebel, Britt, good to see you. Thanks for tuning in, my friend. I appreciate it. Always a good day here to go live on Wednesday evenings for you guys and Thursday mornings for me. Love my lives. I'll put it this way: when I ate a local restaurant in Dumaguete, my bill was around $5 to $6 US. I tipped 50 pesos and got a very big smile for it. So again, yes, huge smiles for that kind of a tip. 50 pesos is a big tip over here, guys. So take that into consideration. Huge tip, 50 pesos. And they will appreciate it and you'll get a big smile. And in fact, a lot of times when I get that 50 peso tip, you actually see me where I'm actually going to do a song for them. I'll get my little local favorite. I call it my original. Flam style. Britt, my point about mentioning the COLA increase for the disabled vets is this: depending on their VA disability rating, those who have a 100% disability rating will get an increase of $95 a month. Now that is huge. $95 pays. Oh my gosh, I can't even think of what that pays over here for me. $95 will pay for my electric bill. Actually, it'll pay for my electric bill and my home Wi-Fi. So that's a huge bump in pay. Thanks for the info. I appreciate that. From Jen, good morning. Your channel rocks. I appreciate it, my man. I love all my champions out there. I'm a champion. We're all champions. I appreciate it so much. And I'm glad my brother came up with that. Again, I actually had one person on my last video say he's getting tired of hearing champions. But again, I usually notice my true champions out there, and I had never seen his name before. So again, he's not a true champion. He doesn't watch the channel very often. But again, if you have any comments on champions, just let me know. I've kind of gotten used to it. I've actually gotten 2 shirts with champions on it. My brother wants me to actually put together my own champions T-shirt. So again, give me your thoughts on the champions. But I kind of enjoy it. I mean, when I go out here in the Philippines, especially here in IT Park and Business Park, people notice me, and the first thing they say is, "Hey, I'm a champion." So again, if they wouldn't be saying that they didn't enjoy it. So again, I think it rocks too. Thank you so much. For my brother, hey man, hope you're doing well. Yes, he's doing well. He's here in the Philippines. You don't see him saying Mayan Buntag? He's out over there on that rat wheel spinning round and around, and 80% of his life is work. Ben's living it. Tell him, Ben. You as well. Yes. Mr. Day, Britt has a new shirt today and looks cute. I appreciate it. No, after I finish up the live today, I'm shooting a video on a I think it's either a studio in a 1-bedroom or it's a 1-bedroom and a 2-bedroom. So again, that's right after I do the live. So I'm always looking out for you guys. The next little content video is coming out after this video. From Corey Dersham, my company lets me work anywhere as long as I'm in during business hours. I'm hoping for the digital nomad visa finalized so I can get on that before October. Sounds great. Again, I'll be here and leave the light on for you. There's a lot of guys that work over here still. So again, a lot of third shifters. I know all about it. I've talked to them. All right. Hey, Britt, I have a serious question as a man of color. Are the Filipinos a lot nicer to people of color than the Japanese are? And that is another reason why I never went back to the States as well. Filipinos love the brothers over here. So again, you're not going to have any problems. I promise you that. The Filipinos do not have a problem with the brothers. You go on online dating, you will not have a problem getting a date. That is a promise. So get your butt over here and start enjoying life here in the Philippines. It's a great place to call home. Lowell, I can't come for a year now instead of this fall because of the shoulder surgery. Again, guys, if you're worried about surgeries, I'm not sure if it's because you have insurance there in the States, what have you, but the insurance you get here, again, if you get it through Michael's a great guy, and that's for catastrophic. But there are HOAs, and again, you can talk to Michael about having ones, but he always tells me it's not good to have insurance for minor things. In surgeries, I guess that'd be a good question for Michael. Do they count things like shoulder surgery if the doctor's required for you to get it? Is that covered by his insurance plan? So if you're watching, Michael, I'd like to know about that. If a doctor says you need shoulder surgery to be 100%, does your plan cover shoulder surgery? Again, is that counted as critical, or is it only for like heart attack and strokes? Again, I forgot to ask him that question. But again, if a doctor recommends you, if you're in a lot of pain, for example, like if you have a lot of serious back pain and you're not living life well, does that insurance cover back surgery? For like herniated disc and things like that. Again, I did not ask him about that. I knew it was about critical things. But again, I would like to know that. So, Michael, if you're watching, I asked him to tune in. Let us know. But there are also you don't have to get things done here in the Philippines. Again, if you're worried about the Philippines, you can go to Indonesia, which actually has better health care than the States, or you can go to Thailand as well. I've heard both Thailand and Indonesia have better health care and better doctors than in the States. So if that's something you guys are worried about, don't worry about it. Hop on an hour flight and you're ready to take care of business. And again, if you don't trust me, guys, look up doctors and healthcare and see who the top dog is. You will see that it's not America. You're going to see it's over here. Google it. Learn it. Again, everybody thinks America's better at everything. No, they're better at one. I saw one thing they're number one on the list at: incarcerated criminals. That's the only thing that number one is in America is incarcerated criminals in America. That's the only thing they're number one at. They're not better. They're not number one at jobs. They're not better. They're not the number one at highest paying jobs. They're not better at the friendliest people. Again, they rank in the top 4 in most categories, but it's not the things you're thinking. So again, take that in. Very Mark, I like your enthusiasm, Brent. I appreciate it. It's hard not to have enthusiasm when you live in such a beautiful country. Again, the people here are amazing. This country is beautiful. The country is amazing, and I love it here. So it's very hard to wake up with a frown on your face. I wake up, I'm good to go, ready to rock and roll and get the day going. So again, I love it here. I'm glad to call it home. It's an amazing place. Brent, I'm not sure if you know the U.S. vlogger Brian the Lion, who lives in BGC, although is not exactly sure what the reason for demonetizing and shutting him down. He's banned on YouTube now. I don't know. I never watched his channel. I'm sure it was regarding something derogatory, something that illegal. They don't just shut you down. So again, you got to be doing something pretty bad, like a Vitaly kind of thing. Maybe I don't know if was he a prankster. I don't know. Derek Houston, take it easy, Dave. Haha, there you go. Give a shout out to Dave. Britt's masterpiece. Yes. Are you guys ready? Dun 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 dun. Guapaca, guapaca, dun 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 dun. Hey, there's my original, and I have one more original. You are so guapaca to me. Can't you see? You're everything I hope for. You're everything I need. You are so guapaca to me. That's my 2 originals. Thank you, brother. Wasn't trying to bring down the vibe. No big deal. I just don't know who that person is. I don't watch a lot of YouTube guys. I watch some of the guys out there. Um, Mike's Philippine Retirement. I've watched Barbie a little bit. I watch Chad on a regular basis. I've now started watching the content that Miss J puts out, and It's Wang. I don't watch a lot of YouTube guys because I heard be yourself, don't learn bad things from other vloggers, don't be a copycat. So I'm trying to do my own thing. In fact, I got a video coming out with Peter, who's a 71-year-old guy here. I didn't even watch his other interview. So again, I understand he got a lot of views. But again, I didn't watch any of it. I wanted to be original and do my own questions. And again, he probably led me the same direction. I don't know. I'll know when it comes out, and you guys let me know. But I like to do my own thing. I like to have my own vibes and live life. It's not Indonesia; it's Malaysia that has better healthcare. Okay. Again, I heard Indonesia has great healthcare as well. But again, I appreciate the follow up. Again, now they're saying Malaysia has the better healthcare. So again, if you put on Google the best healthcare in the world, you're not going to find America at the top. They don't have the number 1 doctors. It's like Malaysia and Thailand have the best doctors. So they're behind the times. Prairie Mark, I had to get a heart catheterized in Cebu City, and it cost me $10,000, and they gave me $3,000 back because they didn't have to place and do any stents. In the U.S., it would have cost me close to $100,000. There you guys go. So again, this person's actually had healthcare issues here, and they've actually got it solved here in the Philippines. Tell us about your experience, Mark. I'd like to know about what you thought about the hospitals here in Cebu. But again, you can see the difference in price. 10,000 here compared to 100,000 back in America. They overcharge you, they get over on you, and all they want to do is put you on drugs. They don't want to take care of the issue. So again, I know about the states. I've heard some horror stories about it. You go. There's a guy out there that actually does YouTube, guys. His name is Goldfinger. Do you know that Goldfinger? He told me at one point he was given 6 months to live because of cancer. That was 16 to 18 years ago. He went down to Mexico, and Mexico says, "No, we got a trial thing that can take care of the cancer. We actually want to cure it. We don't want to just keep it at bay like America does." They cured him. He's been here in the Philippines for a long period of time. He's lived. He was given 6 months to live. So again, shout out to Goldfinger for that story. Thank you so much. Mr. Day, digital nomad visa seems unnecessary, especially when it takes only 5 minutes to extend a visa on arrival in Lapu-Lapu and other immigration offices. I'm not even bothering about it. I'm the same way, Mr. Dave. I think I might try the SRRV if I ever buy a condo. And the only reason why is they actually use your money in your condo is that 20,000 US dollars you have to put into an account to get an SRRV for a non-military person. So again, I'm not a vet, so I don't have that better SRRV. And again, an SRRV over here, guys, you have to have 20,000 for non-vets, 20,000 in an account here that's not making you any money at all. And I don't like doing that. But again, if I ever do buy a condo, they count the condo as your $20,000. Shasha Mix, how's it going? Appreciate it. Is that I'm guessing that I think that's hearts. It's a little small for me to see, but I think that's hearts. Thank you so much. I appreciate it for you tuning in. I went to Thailand and had foot surgery. It's better than the States and Japan. So again, he went to Thailand and he had foot surgery, and he's saying it's better there than it is in the States and Japan. So again, that's true. You can do a Google search on it, guys. I know everybody that's ever in America thinks all the time that U.S. is number one. I looked up the number one categories in the world, and the U.S. only came in at number one in one category for most prisoners confined in a prison. That's the only thing that we're number one at. Everywhere else in the world has less prisoners. They have less crimes. They are not number one in crime. They're towards the top of the list when it comes to crime. Again, that's just America for you. But again, it's home of freedom. So again, I feel free over here in the Philippines. I don't feel any problem with freedom whatsoever. So again, that's just my thoughts. Thank you so much for tuning in. Appreciate it. I love claps. Philly Am style. Not many realize this fact, however. Regardless of political views, the new trade tariffs that just launched in the U.S. will result for years to come into a stronger dollar in U.S. dollar to the Philippines. That sounds good to me. Keep it up, Trump. If he's doing it, that sounds good because I want my U.S. Conversion rate to go up here in the Philippines. So I'm loving it. If that's what's happening, so be it. Again, I don't keep up with politics anymore. I could care less about politics. I don't care nothing about left, right. I don't care nothing about none of that stuff. I just know when I look at the Philippines, everyone's together, one big unit. When I look at the U.S., you're either a Republican or Democrat. That's it, left or right, and each party hates each other. So like, that's not a good common bond in my particular view. From Jim, yes, the Philippines is a very lovely place, but all cities are pretty much run down looking with vast squatter areas always close by. Um, again, I've traveled. I saw what I already kind of knew what to expect. I mean, again, I kind of had an idea that the Philippines would be a lot like Jamaica. But I love Jamaica. When I went to Jamaica, I've been there. I've been to Jamaica 28 times, guys. And when I went to Jamaica, every time I went, I'm like, gosh, can I get a condo here? Can I get a condo here? And this is 100. I mean, this is a lot better than Jamaica. And I love it here. I'm not saying as far as run down. IT Park and Business Park are just as nice as downtown Atlanta, just as nice as downtown um, New York. So again, I'm not sure about what the comparisons are. Are there areas that are run down? Yes, but you can go to parts of Atlanta and see if you don't think they're run down. Cross over the railroad tracks. Go to parts of New York and see if you don't see all the bums living on the streets. I mean, again, people say that I've lived in multiple states. I didn't live in just one state in America. I have traveled America. I lived in California. Again, I went to Texas. I have stayed in Alabama, Georgia, Florida, South Carolina, North Carolina. I lived in New York. I've been to Delaware. I've been to Connecticut. I've traveled these places, and there are bad areas in every state. I don't care where you're at, what city you're in. There are bad areas in every part of the city of the U.S. So you can't tell me, oh my God, I saw some rundown areas in the Philippines. Yes, and there's some rundown areas, like for example, Albany, Georgia, my hometown. You go across the railroad tracks. Albany is terrible. I had friends that tried to open up new businesses there. They lost millions in trying to open up the old venue there in downtown Albany, Georgia, because there's no people there for it. People don't make enough money, so they had to shut it down. They put the what do you call it, the MDF on the walls to block it up. Again, this is a terrible place to live. In fact, I tell my brother and my dad this all the time. If you look up Albany, Georgia, as far as worst places to live in the United States, it's ranked number 8. But guess what? They love it. I guess it is what you make of it. So again, I have made the Philippines the most beautiful place in the world because I think it is the most beautiful place in the world. I guess that's on what your thoughts are. Okay, enjoy your day in the Philippines. I will. I enjoy every day here in the Philippines. Love it here. I mean, oh no, what did I start? Oh, just kidding. You didn't start anything, my friend. I'm just giving my personal thoughts. And people can say what they want. But again, you look up the number one categories in the world. America only has one. That's my only thing. And people are saying how great America is. Yes, America is home to the freedom, home of the brave. You're exactly right. I loved working in the United States. I liked having my job there. I don't like retirement there because I couldn't retire at 54 years old, and I can here. So again, I'm offered better freedoms when it comes to budget in other places. It's a great place to call home while you're working and building up that nest egg. That's all it's meant for, in my opinion. Mr. Dave, my opinion is that America has very good emergency surgery, better than countries in Southeast Asia, except maybe Singapore. But maybe preventative medicine in America is very corrupt. You're exactly right. Again, that's a very true statement. Again, I don't want you to take Mr. Dave's word for it. Don't take my word for it. Simply put in Google which country has do the top 10 countries in healthcare, and you will see America is not number one. And that means the best doctors, the best coverage, the best care when it comes to nurses. And America is not number one. Oh, yes, I have full coverage here in Oregon for my shoulder. Mike said the insurance doesn't cover pre-existing conditions for 1 year. Keep up the good work. I appreciate it. And again, I would like to ask him though, what necessarily makes surgery or something catastrophic? If I had herniated disc in my back, is that counted as catastrophic? So again, if he's not on here watching, I will ask him later about that. What makes up catastrophic? Good morning, Mayam Bungtag to you. Thanks for tuning in. When and where is the expat meeting up in Cebu? The expat meeting is at IT Park in Central Block Mall, right beside Starbucks in Abaca, ABACA, at 10:30 every Tuesday. So again, Abaca, 10:30, Central Block Mall, IT Park, every Tuesday, 10:30 a.m. Good morning, everyone. Yes, good to see everybody. D Cebu. That's why I'll never give up my Irish private health insurance. It's brilliant, covers almost everything, almost all countries. I don't need to pay a single cent and when admitted, and any procedures done while. Again, I'm not sure about how that works for you coming from another country, but again, here this is how it works in the U.S. Again, the U.S. doesn't give you coverage here in the Philippines, but other countries do. Their health care is better. I mean, it just gives you a thing to look at. Again, your country, your insurance is known here in the Philippines, but the U.S. their coverage is not known here in the Philippines unless you get travel insurance, which means you're paying a lot of extra. Very Mark, I am familiar with three good hospitals here in Cebu City: the Doctors Hospital, Changhua, and Old Mother of Perpetual Succor. I have gotten excellent care at all three. Some hospitals are substandard. So again, Mark's giving you all the information, guys, about Cebu City. He's telling you they have excellent hospitals here. They have excellent doctors here. He's giving you the hospitals to visit while you're here. So again, great information. Thank you so much, Mark. I truly appreciate it. I haven't had to go to a hospital yet. I go to a standard little practitioner, in the mall, once a year to do my checkup, and that's about it. But again, thank you for all the information. I'm glad to hear that we have good doctors, and I will be in good hands when I need a doctor here in Cebu City. So again, thank you for that. Very lively live streaming. We like that. Good evening. Great greetings for a good old Ireland. Yes. I could be like, what's the guy's name? Uh oh, I forgot his name now. Uh UFC. Um Come on, tell me who it is. I'm doing his little walk now. I can't believe it's not coming to my head. USC guy from Ireland. Oh my gosh, it'll come to me, guys. I'm thinking Mark there too, but I think it'll come to me. I had my heart surgery at our Mother of Perpetual Succor hospital. I had to pay $46 a night because I wanted a private room. $46 a night. That's thousands back in the States. Not a comparison. And you had good health care. And you had good services here. You're actually telling me they did a very good job on your heart surgery. So again, my dad had heart surgery not too long ago, and I'm sure if you did look at all the bills, it's probably well over $300,000-$400,000 for this and for that surgery and to have all the in-house stuff going on at the hospital. He was there for a long period of time. I'm sure over here, instead of paying $500,000, it would be like $5,000. I mean, like maybe more. 20,000. Okay, it'd be 20,000 here or 30,000 for the same procedure that cost him 500,000 back in the States. It's healthcare is too busy over there, too political. Ben, hello, D. Sabu. Greetings from Florida, USA. Yes. Mr. Dave, American and Western countries are the best for having clean air, and their hospitals everywhere for if you have emergency. Getting injured in a remote place in the Philippines could be a big problem. Again, I'm usually in the bubbles, but if I ever do get injured, I feel completely safe with whatever happens. If it's a terrible situation where I have a stroke or a heart attack, I'll have them airlift me in a helicopter to the nearest good hospital. Agreed, Brent. Again, my name, I'm sorry, guys. I have heard Brett Brett. My middle name is Britt. I go by Britt. I've always gone by Britt. My first name is actually Jonathan, but I go by Britt, Britt. But thanks so much. People act like America doesn't have a homeless and crime issue. Yes, America is known for homeless. America is known for crimes. So again, yeah, that's where it ranks number one. It ranks number one in crimes over any country. Number one in crimes. The most, I guess what you call it, incarcerated people in the whole world per capita is U.S. Sounds like a great place for me. Well, Corey, try getting injured in eastern Oklahoma. Got to go 5 to 6 hours for a decent hospital. See, I mean, these are that's everywhere, guys. It's everywhere you go. So again, if you think of something's negatives here, it's the same negative back home, just a lot less prioritized. Jeremy Scallion, if you can't own property, how can you buy a condo? Do you think it's a good investment? Being from America, I'm not sure if you knew the rules here. I'm not able to own land here in the Philippines. I can buy as many condos I want and have it only solely in my name. I can buy 20, 100 condos and have them all in my name. So again, that's legal here. You can own a condo. I appreciate that. Britt, have you looked into new 1% exercise tax? No, I have not. It doesn't. I found out already. It does not affect me. It does not affect Wise or Remitly. That's for a fact. I've already looked into it. There is no 1% or 2% tax or whatever you're talking about for Wise or Remitly. I transfer my money from my U.S. bank over here to the Philippines to a Philippines bank using Wise. There is no taxable thing there. So again, that's not a no issue. Being a condo complex needs to be at least 60% owned by Filipinos. Foreigners can own condos as long as 60% is met. There you go, guys. Conor McGregor. Now you gave me the last name. Conor McGregor. Yeah, I walk like Conor McGregor. Yo, I can't speak Irish. Let me see. What's the Irish word? My name? No, I can't. I can't even do it, guys. I can do an English accent. But I can't do Connor. I'm trying to think. I saw one of his videos here recently. I can't think about it. Yes, thanks, Benny. Everybody's telling me now. It's probably not worth it to buy a condo in the Philippines if rent is only a few hundred a month. Why bother with a headache? I am going to buy a condo at one point. I mean, so I don't think it's a bad investment. In fact, if you look at it the way you're looking at it, you're always going to be having to deal with budget that way. If you were to buy a condo and you pay 100,000 US dollars for a condo here, what you really just took care of is half your budget. So right now my budget is 2,000. If I buy my own condo, I'm going to eliminate half my budget. So now my budget is only 1,000 US dollars per month. It depends on how positive you look at it. I'm looking at it from a positive angle, a positive angle, guys. Not a problem. Never any issues here on Brit's Philippine Adventure. Yes, medical bills are also yes. Medical bills are one top reasons for bankruptcy. Exactly. That's the U.S. That's in the U.S. because other countries have a plan where everyone is covered. So again, that's only in the U.S. as bankruptcy happened because of medical bills. Because prices of housing will go up over a decade or two. That's exactly right. That's why I'm going to end up buying my own condo here. I know I am thinking that pricing for condos will eventually, and I mean, go up astronomically here. I think people from other countries will realize this is a great place to live, and I think the price of housing will go up. So again, a very good reason to buy a condo here. Mr. Dave, American cops allow people who are under arrest to run away from them without getting shot. In other countries, they'd be shot. I wish American cops were harder on crime. Makes me feel uncomfortable. Uh-oh, here's my pop. I already know for a fact it's gonna be negative before I even read it. But I'm gonna read it. From my pops, I went to surgery for a stent. They decided that I needed triple bypass surgery. Was in the hospital for 2 weeks, and after Medicare paid their payments, my total cost was $1,600. So not so bad. But again, not everyone has that. Some people actually, like for me, for example, I was a 1099 employee. I had to pay for my own insurance. I paid $1,657 per month for insurance for myself over in America. So again, let me do some math there, guys. Let me tell you where I'm getting at with that. All right, so I paid $1,657 per month times 12. I paid $19,884 per year for health care. And guess what? That's almost my entire budget here in the Philippines. They're only paying for health care. My entire budget here for housing, for food, for groceries, for travel, for everything, gas, everything, insurances. That's for everything here in the Philippines. When that's only one bill back in the States. So there's your good comparison there, guys. All right, now we got 47 guys on here. If you guys want me to talk about something, I need some comments. We'll call it early today. Come on. I'm giving you an early warning. Got 47 people on this thing. And I am finished already. Normally I'm by far even near the bottom of the list for comments. Come on, guys. Let's keep it going. Camaraderie. Let's keep it going, guys. Give me the comments out there. Let me know I'm doing a good job. Make me feel like I'm happy that you're happy to be here watching today's live. Come on. Give it to me. Rub Dub, hey Brett, I also found out that flying for Cebu Pacific airliners, they will give me a condo to use anywhere in Cebu I'm going to use. There you go, as a guest. I appreciate it. Dude, who are you? You're so handsome. Sound like Mr. Dave. Appreciate it, Kevin. Thanks for tuning in, my man. When's your trip over here? Now, again, this is Kevin, a police officer back in the States. He loves the Philippines so much, he's been here 6 times in 1 year. And he's getting ready to come for his 7th trip in 1 year. Thanks for tuning in, Kevin. I appreciate it. How are things over there in the States? How's dating life? How's life treating you? Jim, do you like Mocktown? I love Mocktown Newtown. I love it. I'm actually thinking about moving over there and trying it out for an entire month and keep my place here. I want to trek. I do want to go over and stay at Tomboli. So that's coming up, guys. I mean, I am going to do it. Are you statin for cholesterol? Um, I don't really watch anything, guys. I mean, I went to the doctor about once a year, and when I go, they tell me everything's in the normals. And just to tell you guys a little bit about myself, I went and bought these little things right here yesterday. These are called earbuds. I've never owned a pair of earbuds, and the only reason I bought these earbuds, not only were they only 829 pesos, and they last 30 hours of playback time. I'm not sure what. Let's look up how much that is to give you guys an idea. I'm not sure how much buds are back at home, but I'm going to give you guys an idea of how much they are here. What is wrong with this phone? Ever since I started doing it, there we go. All right, so I spent 829 pesos divided by 56.5. $14.67 for the earbuds yesterday. And why did I buy the earbuds? After all of you guys giving me the criticism, and some guys tell me I sound a little huffy puffy, guess what I'm going to start doing? I'm going to start going downstairs and getting on the bike here in the complex in the gym every day. So again, after I do this meeting today, I'm actually going to go and do a video, and then after I get finished with that video, I'm coming back after I have lunch, and I am going to get on the bicycle. I've always liked riding the bikes, so again, I'm going to get on there with my new earbuds, and I'm going to have me a good time. So again, thank you guys for giving me that encouragement to start doing some workouts. And also, I like the elliptical. Actually, I like getting on the elliptical. I won't probably do it as much at the beginning, but I will get better in shape and start doing it for a longer period of time. I used to do that all the time, guys. I stopped doing it. Thank you so much. If you have not hit that like button, again, I don't never tell you guys. It does help my channel. So if you guys are watching my YouTube videos, if you're watching my lives, please give me a thumbs up. It does help with the algorithm, and it does help my channel. So again, I would appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you for mentioning that. And again, I also have my membership, guys. It gives you one-on-one access with me. So when you get over here to the Philippines, and before you get to the Philippines, I give you guys unlimited time to talk to me and do video calls with me and ask me questions regarding your move to the Philippines. So again, I have the membership starting at 99 cents, and the one that gives you access to me is $1.99 per month. So the same price as a Coke and 5 times less the price of a coffee back in the States. You can have access to me one-on-one, video calls and regular phone calls for my membership. So check out my membership, guys. I'd appreciate it. But it's only for those guys that are serious. If you're just here to have some fun and have a good time on lives and watch my videos, that's fine. And if you're not moving here for 10 years, it's okay if you don't join. But if you're coming here within the next year, join, because I'll help you out a lot. You'll get over here and I'll spend the entire day with you and help you get your registration set up, help you get your driver's license. It'd be worth every penny of that Coca-Cola. Mr. Days, I guess if you have a major health problem in the Philippines, then you should only live in Manila or Cebu. So again, great hospitals here, they're saying, guys. You're doing a great job, Britt. Keep up the positive work. If I'm doing a good job, give me that thumbs up. Come on, give me double thumbs up. Let me know I'm doing a good job. I truly appreciate it. Thank you so much. Lex, we appreciate your energy with all the help you provide. Thank you so much. I mean, again, without you guys, I wouldn't have a channel. So you guys, that's the reason I call you guys the champions. Without you guys, I would not have a channel. So I thank you guys for giving me the encouragement to go forward every day and to put out some content. And again, I am trying to get better and better as I go. So again, thank you so much. From Benny, let's talk about your average monthly expenses. You've been there for some time. Is your in your time, is your ever age under 2,000 a month or more? Almost every month here in the Philippines is under $2,000 per month for me. So yes, um, and you can kind of do some math out there. You can kind of give yourself an idea. Okay, so say for example, I'm going to say I spend 600 US on housing and parking and all and electricity, all those things here. 600 per month. I'm going to spend 600 per month for food. So where am I at, guys? I got the two most important things taken care of. Eating my food and having food in restaurants and things like that. Having a place to live with parking and Wi-Fi and phone service and all that. And I'm only at 1,200. I got 800 for everything else. And believe me, that's plenty. A good week trip here, a full week trip is around 500 US dollars, guys. Under 500. So again, all you're doing is really paying for a cheap hotel. It's the same living that where you're at now. So if you might be paying a tour guide $20. So again, a lot less than what you're thinking, guys. Travel here is so cheap. free. Medical education and such are not free, and nobody is entitled to it. Housing prices are nearing climax. World population is set to drop. Less demand. There you go. Benny. Average, not age. Ilu has good health care also. So again, you guys are giving your own information today. Wow, what a I love you guys. You guys are the great. You guys are the greatest. It's my brother. The 4th of July party looked fun. What songs did you sing? One guess. That was With Arms Wide Open. Yes, I sang With Arms Wide Open. I also sang Stained. Um, I forgot the name of the song now. I do. Something to Remind You by Stained, and also did Paint Me a Birmingham by Tracy Lawrence. Again, had a big time. Better than any 4th of July I had back in the States in many, many years. So again, it's better here in the Philippines. From Kevin, how are things? And again, Kevin's in his 30s. I'm not going to give his exact age, but Kevin's in his 30s. And I'm asking him how things are over there in the States. Shitty. Got some updates for you when I get back over there, which is going to be soon. I'll surprise you guys per usual. So again, he just shows up out of the blue, walks up behind you, taps you on your shoulder, and says, I'm here. He would not be coming back for his 7th trip in 1 year if he didn't love the Philippines. That's telling you that he's telling you that life is over in America stinks and life is great here. He's a police officer. He's telling you life is horrible in the States and it's wonderful here. That's exactly how I feel, Kevin. I love it over here and I love living here. I would never go back to the States to live under any circumstances. I have earbuds that are also translator as well and as well good investment. Yes, I heard about those. I thought about buying an Insta360 times 4. What are your thoughts and what do you use? I use the DJI Pocket 3. I love it. I haven't had any issues with it whatsoever. It never freezes. Now, again, I used to use the GoPro. I had the GoPro 10, and I had problems with it freezing and stalling and things like that, overheating, and that never happens with the DJI Pocket 3. Insta360, there's guys out there that use it. I have never tried it, so I can't give you like my opinion. I can tell you that the DJI Pocket 3 is a great camera to use. It's so small. It's just great. It's so handy. I made my next reservations. Arrive in Cebu on September 16th. Plan on staying at Mocktown Newtown for 5 days and probably will head to Palawan. Now, again, I have not been to Palawan. It's on my list, and I will be going soon. But again, thanks for tuning into the channel. I thank you for giving me back the feedback. Thank you so much, and I look forward. If you want to, while you're here, look me up. I'll be here. I'll leave the light on for you. Not a problem. Kevin, I'll write you up a simple workout that'll keep you fit. You know, I had Mark dead on the floor doing a 38 part gym workout. I'm not much about working out. I'm not going to be doing no pumping, no iron. I'm not going to be doing no dumbbells. That's just not me, Kevin. I am a more of a ride a bike. You know, the stationary bike. I love those bikes, and I do like the elliptical. That's about the. And maybe I'll walk a little bit on the treadmill. I will do that and watch videos. That's about it. I'm not much about anything else besides those 3 things. I've tried it before, and I already know before I even go in there how my heart's thinking. Our run, what are the translator earbuds called? Again, they do have earbuds now. If I put it into, I'm not sure how it works, but I know if I can put it into here in Cebu, it will translate everyone's words to English in my ear. So I know what they're saying. So I might have to buy me a pair. And they're not very expensive, guys. I mean, I think like less than 60 bucks. There's my brother. Again, we're talking about 9:30 at night. Finally home from the rat wheel Britus. So again, he's finally home from being on that rat wheel, giving 90% of his life to work and having the other 5% for himself and for sleep. Might be a little different. Might be 80 20 and 15% sleep and 5% himself. But he don't understand what living's all about. Just that rat wheel going round and around like that hamster does. Jeremy saying, how do you become a champion? You're already a champion. If you're watching my channel, you're already a champion. You can become a hardcore champion, and you can become a member of my membership. So again, if you can't go on your app like on your phone. You have to actually go on YouTube on your like the app, not the app, but actually the website itself, and log in. And once you log in and go on my channel, you will see where it'll say subscribe and it'll say join. You can join my family of members. Again, I love my members. I love my diehards. I appreciate every single one of them. Just go online and look for them under earbud translator. I got mine in Japan. Again, I'm gonna buy me a pair. Again, I don't ever care about money. My dad and brother would never have to buy them because they don't have to translate anybody. But even if they did, they still wouldn't buy them. They don't they're so tight on this money over there. I can't wait for them to get over here and see what it's like living. We don't have to ever think about money ever again. You just spend it. Okay, I'll take it. I'll take it. You don't never and you never hire cousins to do your painting. You hire professionals to do your painting. There you go. Ben, but if your blood work numbers are good, then that's great news. Just curious after what your pops mentioned. Problems run on my father's side. I'm a statin for high cholesterol. My cholesterol has been fine. Now I do take high blood pressure medicine, and I didn't have high blood pressure. They said it was borderline, so they did it as precautionary, a minor dosage, and it stains clean. Now again, I'm pretty hyper right now. Let's do a little test for you guys. I'm gonna do a little test for you guys right here and tell you guys my heart RPM is 80. 80 beats per minute. So again, my heart rate is 80 right now. And they say between 60 and 100 is healthy for an adult, especially my age. I'm 80 and I'm all hyper right now, so it's still 80. But I'll tell you, I'll check it though, so you guys will know. Let's see. Heart rate. It was done 4 minutes ago, so I was still doing the live. 84 beats per minute. So my heart rate's doing pretty good. And this watch does not have the blood pressure. But again, it's been really low lately. The last time I went to the doctor, it was 110 over 75 or 74 or something like that. So very good blood pressure. Lowell, who do you recommend for helping find a home in a subdivision? I really can't wait to come home. I really can't wait to come. DC, Tess. I've got several I can hook you up with once you get here. If you watch my videos, every realtor's information they're putting in my description and also in the comment section as well. From Trina, have a good night there, Michael McAllister. So both my brother and my dad are both Michael, but I call my brothers Cleet. My dad's is Mike. But again, yeah, they're getting ready to go to sleep here shortly. But again, she's telling them to have a good day. Ideally, I want to live half of the year in Florida and half the year in the Philippines. Again, my cousin does that. He lives 7 months here in the Philippines and 5 months back in the States in North Carolina. So again, that could be a good thing. From Jim, you need a girl to help you spend all that money. I've never said I don't have a girl. I just don't like to give out my personal information over YouTube. Eventually, I may be comfortable enough to do it, but again, I'm actually here to help you guys get over the fence and not talk about my personal life. I hate to say that to you guys, but I'm here to just to help you guys and give you that boost and hopefully give you guys informational content going forward. That's what I'm here for. But thank you so much. I've had my fair share of Filipina dating, and I might have a beautiful one right now. I'm not going to talk about it. But do you have the U.S. Carrier cell phone for being able to call the U.S.? I do. I have Tello, Tello. I pay $8 a month. I get I forgot what it was, 100 gigabytes of data, and I get 300 minutes of calling back home. Again, I only use that for the banks. $8 per month, guys. Not a big deal. I was paying 140 back in the States for Verizon. So again, I'm paying $28 here for service here in the Philippines and for my US line. I'm paying $28. Again, you can see the savings. That savings is everywhere in the Philippines compared to the US. Everywhere, Pops. Everywhere, Cletus. The same savings is here on everything, not just the cell phone service. Tell me your bill, Cletus, and what your bill is every month. Prairie Mark, I lived in the province of Cebu Island. We lived like royalty on 2,000 a month. Went to nightclubs once a week, once or twice a month. We did island hopping, ate out a lot. Again, that's me. Less than 2,000. If I'm traveling a lot, I may reach 2,400. But for the most part, my budget is always between 17 and 2,200 at all times. Benny, tell us about your latest dating life. That's one thing I'm not going to talk about on here, guys. It doesn't help you guys to talk about dating. I will talk to you about dating apps. I will talk to you about how dating a Filipina is different from dating a westernized woman. I will tell you about that. And I will talk about dating. Now, I can give you lots of experience because I've went on lots and lots of dates. But again, I'm not going to talk about my personal life. That's just not what I want to talk about. I paid 30 bucks for my translator buds. There we go. And they play music too with 40 hours of playback before charging, and it's 40 hours. You know, I should have done that before I bought these. Thanks for letting me know. Mr. Dave, sauna cold plunge is very beneficial for health. There's a place in Cebu that does it called IO, but I found out it is subpar and expensive. Maybe there's another good place. I'll check into it. For my brother, have to run on that wheel to get the cheese and like extra cheese. No, no, you don't have to like extra cheese. You got enough now. You can retire right now and start living life. You're tired of hearing about all that. You got plenty of cheese. Britt, I was born and raised in the Philippines, been living in the U.S. the last 26 years. You inspired me to go back home permanently. I admired your energy and enthusiasm. Love your channel. Thank you so much. I love your country. It's an amazing place to call home. I call this home now. Again, I will never move back to the States. I may go back to visit once in a blue moon, but I won't be going back to live. I love it over here. I have finally found home. Now, I may try some other places. I may try to go live in Thailand for a few months and maybe go to Indonesia and live there for a few months. Maybe go to Malaysia and live there for a few months. Maybe go to Thailand and live there for a month. Those things are coming, guys, and I will be giving you guys some other stuff. Oh, and how's the internet service there? And can you get good TV there? Yes, not a problem. I'm not saying like good TV, but let me give you my speeds now, guys. I mean, you guys are always asking me about this. Let me give you my speeds. Where's my speed test? And again, I have my Wi-Fi working right now. I have internet going for the laptop, and I have. Oh, sorry, got a commercial going on. I'm doing my little speed test for you guys to give you guys the speed test here in the Philippines at my house. Let me close that. All right, let's see what we got going on, guys. I get tired of you guys asking questions. And you think we got slow internet here? I'm going to show you what's going on here in the internet regarding speeds. All right, it's going. Download speed is 176.97. And I would turn around and show you guys. Upload speed. There you guys go. I have download speed of 176.97 and upload speed of 243.15. I'll try it again just to show you guys it's not a blimp. It actually happens every single time. That's just normal here. And it's doing it right now as we speak. Go to the next comment. What do you mean go to sleep? Just got off, ready to go. You ain't ready to go nowhere. Same exact speeds, guys. 187 over 296. So again, he just got off. It's 9:30 at night. He stays up all night just so he can get no sleep and go back and do the rat wheel all over again. Gotta love it. And the guys, I say that, I used to do it. I was in the roofing industry for about 8 years. I know what it is to get up at 4 a.m. and do a long day and not get home until 9. Don't get me wrong, I did it. But here's what I say to my brother. I did it for those 10 years or 8 years or whatever. It panned out. It worked out. So now I'm actually over here living in the Philippines for free. Loving life. Loving it. Don't have to worry about budget. I don't have to keep up with no bills. Everything is fine. Everything is a lot better. Me and Ayu, that's what I would say if I did a cold plunge. Ayu. Me as well. I just switched to Tello as well. Yes. I paid I probably don't even need it all. There's actually a $6 plan with data and phone, but I did the $8 plan just to do it. I'm worried about ice from cold drink for my drinks when I'm there. No, you don't have to worry about ice. They buy the ice and bring it in. Don't have to worry about ice, Cletus. You're okay. Heard you can be somewhere nice and they'll still don't always use bottled water for the ice. They buy their ice here. You will know, and you can if you ask them, they'll tell you. They bring the ice in. You can also tell by looking at it. Most of the ice here is a circle with a hole in the middle. Again, it's been made. Tim Robinson, thank you so much for tuning in from Kentucky. Another champion. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. May have to stick to shots and beer. There you go. And again, they have Coke and all that stuff here as well. Bottled water if you want it. They have everything here. Always love your energy, bro. The best vlogger in Cebu right now. Thank you so much. I appreciate the encouragement. Again, I'm not by far the best vlogger because my views show that I'm not the best vlogger, but I am trying to do my best to grow my channel and help out as many people in the U.S. and Canada as I possibly can because I know that life is better over here in the Philippines when you're retired. That I know for a fact. I don't speak from an opinion. I have spoken to so many expats that are coming here from the U.S. that are living here now, and they all tell me the same exact thing, that their life is so much better, that the Philippines has changed me. I mean, I hear it every single day, guys. It's not just for me. Michael McAllister, there you go. Keep it safe. Thanks, Ben. Britt, do you use a virtual mailbox such as a Infosol to handle your U.S. base? Nope. I got a place where it's mailed. I send it over. I send it to my pop's house. I'm going to go ahead and tell you the truth. I send it to my pop's house. He'll tell me if I have anything important come in. But thanks for that. Jennifer M. Jenny from Las Vegas. Plan to move there in the next 2 years. You're going to love it. There's actually another person from the U.S. who's a female vlogger that lives here in the Philippines. Her name is Barbie. I'm not sure it's Barbie in the Philippines. I'm actually on her channel. Let me get her channel for you. And she lived in Surigao Island for 2 years and opened up a local business here in the Philippines. Let me get her content for you. Again, she's a big vlogger. I asked to do something with her, but I haven't heard back from her. Let me put in Barbie. Barbie. No, let me look at my subscriptions, and that will tell me. Sorry, guys. I want to make sure everybody has the correct information. Island Barbie. So look up Island Barbie. She's a good vlogger. But I'll be welcome. I'll leave the light on for you. Can't wait for you to get over here. When you get over here, stay here for a little while, and we'll do an interview and tell me your opinion. Mr. Dave, Surigao Island has some good places that do have saunas and cold plunges, but I'm more of a city person. Exactly right. I'll just ask for the reason about internet and TV because I love football and NASCAR in the States. Again, I have not tried to, I'm not a big NASCAR fan. It's bad to say that because I actually have a cousin who actually is a crew chief for one of the teams there in Mooresville, North Carolina. And again, that's actually where I was born in Mooresville. So shout out to Matt McCall. He's my cousin back in the States. He's actually a crew chief for one of the drivers. I forgot their names. I don't keep up with NASCAR. But again, I have had no problems. Now some football is blacked out, but you can actually find most you can actually watch most NFL and college on YouTube. And I'm sure you can get on a YouTube plan that'll provide it, or a plan over here that provides it. It's not my biggest priority. I do watch every one of the Georgia football games, and I watch it right there on YouTube for the most part. Now, have there been some that have been blacked out? Of course. You already follow Barbie. Yes, Island Barbie. Yes, Benny. Hopefully. Now, still, we're guys, and we're at 47. Yes, can't wait to meet you. I'll be here waiting on you. The light will be on. I promise you that. The light will be on. I'm not going anywhere. Thanks so much for tuning in. Benny, coming January, if all goes well. Okay, here's the problem, guys. I'm going to tell you guys this can be an issue. If that comment of all is well, don't make excuses for yourself. Do not make excuses. Get your butts over here. Quit making excuses and just do it. I did it all by myself. Never been here and did it all on my own. No issues. And I love it. Best decision I ever made in my life. Okay? So again, there you go. I think Barbie left the Philippines and maybe isn't coming back. She was frustrated with the amount of attention she was getting from being a famous vlogger. Yeah, I heard about that down in Surigao Island. Again, she wants to be more personal, doesn't want all that attention. I understand. And again, I'm a small vlogger, so I don't get a lot of attention. Now I have been out with Chad, and he'll get an occasional person walk up and say, "Hey, can I get a picture with you?" And yes, I get that from time to time, but not like Chad does. Amongst the nice malls in Cebu, I love Spaceship SM Seaside. Haha, whenever I'm in Cebu. I go at least 3 times a week. Bogo in North Cebu is beautiful. Yes. Banu, are you in the Philippines? I don't know. I'm in the Philippines for sure. This is where I live. Yes, I didn't see JoJo today. We missed JoJo on live today. I think this is the first live where he's missed it. I think he's missed one other one or two other ones, but most of those are members only. But yeah, we missed JoJo today. He's a diehard champion, guys. Old JoJo. Miss you, JoJo. True diehard champ. Wish you were here. I know things come up. Hey, Britt, is Don from Kentucky or Connecticut? Just saying hi and love your videos. Thank you so much. Appreciate you tuning in from Connecticut. Thank you so much. Hello, how are you? I booked my flights to visit in October. The light will be left on for you, my brother. I'll be here. Britt is missing his arm in the ocean. Oh, sorry about yeah. I know that messes up sometimes. Britt, do you use VPN service? I do not. I've tried it once or twice. I can't even figure it out. So I'm not paying for any kind of more services. I'm fine with what I got now and no issues whatsoever. And no, I do not know the language. I'm not sure what that actually means, but again, I wish I could do it. I can't do it on here. You're in Visayas region. Yes. Cebu City. Mr. Dave, I was in Philippines 10 years ago and heard that there's blonde haired, blue eyed woman doing dive. Yep, there you go. That was her. I am sorry I don't speak the local language. I wish I did. But again, thanks. Thanks for tuning in. Now again, we're getting narrowed down here. We're going on 2 hours. I want to thank you guys. Game means small. Game. Game means small. Game, guys. So I have my belly is game. I wish. Thank you guys for tuning in today. Thank you to all the champions out there. You guys are the greatest. And until next time, I love the Philippines. Signing off.